y'all, tatycokley. I'm back for another video, and as you see the title, today we are doing a chit chat. I don't typically do chit chats on my channel just because I'm not too much of like a makeup girl, but I do want to start incorporating different things onto it, so let's just try this out. Y'all know with the chit chats that I've done before, we don't really just like sit and gossip. We talk about what's going on and then we're gonna apply it to our own lives and grow, okay? Because time is everything and we're not gonna waste it on other people. Clearly we will be creating this little look. You know, honestly, I just never go outside the box. I'm just always doing the same thing. So we're not gonna ramble and ramble and ramble. We're just gonna get right on into this. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? We're gonna give you a couple seconds to do that. Did you do it? Good. Now you can watch the video and welcome to our family. Also, follow me on my socials. This is where you can participate in polls, all that fun stuff, or whatever. Let's just get into this. All right, y'all. So we're getting right into this because we have a lot to chit chat about, like a lot. We are gonna go in with my Pat McGrath in medium 21. It's definitely too dark for me now because winter slapped me in the face, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So the first thing that we need to talk about is T.I. It's just necessary at this point. Everybody been asking me to talk about this. That's the only reason I'm addressing it, because I feel like we've talked about it enough. Like, nobody is considering how she feels. How do you think you would feel as a freshman in college and everybody's discussing your virginity? It's just so unnecessary, and I just feel so sorry for her. Like, that is such an invasion of privacy. You know what? Even if that's what you were doing, like behind closed doors in your house, nobody needed to know that. Like, it was already one thing that it was happening, but then to make that public knowledge is just like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like a lot of times parents don't think about things like that. Like, it just seemed like it didn't even cross his mind. Like, he didn't even stutter. He just said, yup, this is what I do, give me my results. And I just feel like that's so corny. Oh, first of all, some of you might not even know the situation. Long story short, T.I. was on a podcast and said that he takes his 18-year-old daughter, and he's been doing this for years, he takes her to the gynecologist every year to check if her hymen is still intact. Basically checking if she's still a virgin. Ignorance, because your hymen can break from riding a horse, your hymen can break literally from anything. Like, it's not hello? It can break from literally anything, or sometimes it can stay intact even if you have had. The thing that makes it worse is that when King said that he was, you know, active, he didn't have no problems. He was kiki. He was like, ooh, King, your mama gonna be mad. No, where's that energy for her? Like, and I need to know who this doctor is who is allowing this pressure, like, from a father. Like, because at the end of the day, she does not have to show him anything just based off of HIPAA laws. So I'm just like, this doctor that's like engaging in this literally like needs help. Okay, now I'm going in with my concealer, which is, ooh girl, this is messy. Ugh. I'm going in with my concealer, which is the Cover FX one in G medium 2. Definitely, again, too light now. Like, it's just a lot is changing, okay? But anyway, yeah, like, I just feel like that's such an invasion of privacy, and I don't want to talk about it too long because I already feel like she's been subjected to enough of it, probably from everybody in her life, and like now all over her school. So I just think like that's enough. Like, put it to rest. You guys wanted me to speak on it, so I'm just telling you I, like most, disagree, and I feel really bad for her, and I hope she's doing okay with like her mental health. Now, something that I do feel comfortable speaking on is Ray J and Princess. Girl, when I tell you, I knew this was gonna be terrible since Ray J pushed her ass in that pool. Stop. Come out. Personally, I just feel like they are extremely toxic. Y'all can see that, and they've been that since the beginning. So it's just like, at what point do you say enough is enough? Especially when you already had one kid and now y'all are bringing another kid into this world. So it's just like, y'all gotta get it together, baby. Now, if you don't know about this situation, basically, girl, Princess was like, Ray J posted a picture of them at some awards, and then Princess was talking about something, but you left me and Melody stranded in Vegas though, like, and blocked my calls and everything. So everybody was like, damn, like, you left your kid and pregnant wife, because she's like 8 months pregnant. You left your kid and pregnant wife in Vegas. Like, I don't care what the argument was. That's wild. At least take your kid. Like, and she's carrying another child of yours. So it's like, what? So everybody was like, ooh, girl. And then Ray J gonna put out a video like, I didn't leave. We've been here the whole time. It's just, they going back and forth on Instagram, child. I don't care that much. I'm just saying, girl, don't be in a toxic ass relationship like that, because at the end of the day, you can tell, like, if you're putting your business out on social media like that and you're dogging your significant other, there's no reason y'all should be together. People try to claim like, oh, that's just love, like that's young love. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because when you really love somebody, you would never, ever, ever try to put them in a different light like that. So that's just like toxicity. Like, that's not love. It's just not. Like, I'm sure they have love for each other, but that's not a picture or an example of what like a healthy relationship should look like. And I'm just tired of the narrative being like, oh, we're young and dumb, oh, we get toxic sometimes. No, I just think it's hella immature. I think your business shouldn't be on social media like that. If you know you're gonna stay together, why is the business on social media? They have gone through this 20 million, 50 million times. Y'all know 9 times out of 10 you're gonna end up back together. So I don't understand what this, like, why are you doing? Now you look like clowns. Like, you know the couples like when you in high school and stuff that be like posting the black pages on their Snapchat and be like, single, F love, like all that stuff. That's what they look like, and they are grown as hell. I don't want you guys thinking that like that's what love is. Like, I don't want you guys having pictures of love like this, because you guys don't have like good role models today. Like, I don't know, like growing up I feel like we had more like just on TV of just like genuine love and stuff, but now with social media, like everybody's business is everywhere. So I feel like y'all don't have that, and I don't want you to emulate what's going on here, because that is not a life, I promise you. And you know, to each his own. That might work for them, but I'm telling you, that's not how you're gonna get the most out of your life or your love life at all. You need to be with somebody who can calm down. Like, you need to be with somebody who is able to like take themselves out of the situation and have a conversation with you. You don't need to be with somebody who has a conversation with the internet first. This clout thing today is on another level. Like, they do anything for attention. I just can't. If you're in a relationship, please do not be putting your business out like that. You literally look ridiculous, and not a single soul is going to take your relationship seriously, and y'all two are clowns. If you aren't in a relationship, please do not look for relationships like this, because that is not real love and that is not healthy. I need y'all to love yourselves more than you love your partner, and I think that's where things like this start getting misconstrued. Because if you loved yourself more than you loved your partner, or you loved the idea of having a partner, you wouldn't put yourself through things like that. And now, I don't know Princess, I don't know her personally, but it's just from what I can see, and you can't blame people for making judgments based off of what we see, because you put everything out there. You guys, I feel like, put so much value in men and relationships and rings. Like, for example, when a woman is like married and like she's in a fight with somebody that's not, she's like, where's your ring though? But I got the ring though. Cool. People, so many women that are like weak, put marriage at the top of their goal list, and that just blows my mind. Like, you want to be chosen so bad that you put it above every other goal. That is so sad to me, and I just like do not want you guys thinking like that, because there's so much more you can accomplish in life even without ever getting married, and you'd still be successful. So it's just like, why is so much of our lives about men? They don't do much of anything for us. If we're keeping it a buck, like, I don't understand why there's like such an obsession with like validation of men and marriage and being with a man, letting a man take care of you. I'm just not here for it. Speaking of letting a man take care of you and things like that, I saw this thing on Twitter that people were debating that was like, this woman is taking care of her husband, basically, like she's the breadwinner and like she pays for all that stuff, and people were debating it on Twitter. Don't know why. Somebody else's finances in their relationship has nothing to do with this. I don't know why people were like so pressed about it. They were like, how dare she? What type of man is he? Da da da. Girl, then don't be in a relationship like that. It's that simple. If you are the type of woman that wants to be taken care of and like you don't really want a job and stuff like that, you have every right to feel that way. So make sure you marry that way. Simple. Or if you're the type of woman, and I get this argument, that it's less so that you want to be taken care of because you want to do your own thing too. You're still like your own woman, but it's more so that like if you start paying the bills and you're the one that's more successful than him, it feels like emasculating to him. And I get that because a lot of men feel like they have to be the breadwinners. So when you are and you're basically like cradling him, now he feels emasculated. Now he might be projecting that onto you. Now you might start looking at him like less of a man, which really sucks because that's not the case, but that's just a fact. I saw also a fact was like 80% of black women are the breadwinners in their household. So it's like, it makes me wonder, like, maybe that's why there's so much hyper masculinity in the black community, because black women are doing better. That's just the facts now. So it's like, maybe men feel like they have to overcompensate in other ways because they're not really holding it down like that anymore. I don't know. To me, it doesn't, like, I have such high goals and stuff like that, so it's like, it doesn't really make me look at you like less of a man if you're not making as much money as me. But I would prefer somebody to be close to me, because I don't ever want to feel like I'm taking care of somebody else. Like, I want to feel like we're taking care of each other, if that makes sense. I need us to be on a somewhat similar level, but like, if he's making a quarter of what I'm making, it's probably not gonna work, because finances, no matter what we want to say, is so important, and it will tear a relationship apart. Think about it now. Think about when friends with Ubers. If you're the friend that always has to catch the pay for the Uber, you start getting irritated with your friends, and you start being like, y'all broke as hell and y'all taking advantage of me. That's how it starts to feel even with your friends. So imagine in a relationship with somebody that you're spending all of your time with, it gets like that. So I don't know, I see both arguments, but at the end of the day, if that's what's working for them, and if she's happy, you know, being the provider, let her do it. And I doubt she cared about our opinion at the end of the day, especially if sis making money like that. She probably like, okay, next. I don't care what y'all gotta say, because we live in lavish. We going on trips. I know we look ghastly right now. We are going to adjust. With a color ad. Interracial dating. Same situation. People are like, oh, they shouldn't be doing that. A black woman shouldn't be with a white man. Da 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 da. Why? It doesn't affect you. Like, I don't understand that. It's none of your business. If you wouldn't date a white guy, then don't. Simple. People make things so complicated. I don't understand. I think everybody just be too bored and not focused enough on themselves, so they have too much time to focus on everybody else. But here I am coming with a lesson. Everybody is allowed to have their preferences, you know? That's okay. I don't think there's a problem with having a preference or like a typical type of guy that you date or whatever. But I want y'all to be able to do what you want to do without fear of people's opinions. At the end of the day, you got to do what makes you happy. Just make sure you guys aren't settling for anything in your life, because you will regret that forever. Now, since we're on the racial topics, let's talk about Miss Gina Rodriguez. Sweetie girl. Gina, if you did not know, said the N-word in a song. She just let it ride too. She didn't even hesitate. Like, you know how sometimes, you know, the people not supposed to be saying that word and they be saying it and they be like, she just blew it out there. So obviously she was dragged for this, and she put out an apology like the same day. Basically, it was half-assed. She put out an apology saying, you know, the Fugees, like, I just love them, and that's one of my favorite songs, and, you know, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Like, she was so like, girl, shut up and take it with a grain of salt. I don't care. I don't need an apology from her, so that didn't really bother me. Like, I know people were kind of outraged about it, but like, I don't really care for the apology at all. It's just more so like, that's a thin line, because a lot of people are like, okay, well, you know, she's Afro-Latina. But it's like, is she though? Because if you look at her track record, it just seems as though every time the discussion gets to black women, she is like, but what about Latinas? And that's fine. Latina women need their representation as well. But let the conversation be the conversation. Like, it doesn't always have to be like, nah. Like, that's like, it's just let us focus on a group right now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like she never really does that. So that is the reason why there was more outrage over her saying it, even though she might be Afro-Latina, whatever it is. You're not really for black people like that. You haven't really advocated at all. And anytime advocating is going on for black people, you switch it over to Latina people. So it's like, I just don't appreciate that. So it's like, okay, now you want to be a part of the black culture? Like, which one is it? So I think I'm glad that there is somebody that's advocating for Latina rights and you know, representation and things like that, because it is necessary. But at a point in time, like, you got to be able to deal with other issues as well. You don't have to be boxed into just your own culture's issues. You can be able to support other people's issues, and if somebody's speaking about a different issue, support them. So that's the issue with Gina. Now, speaking of Latina representation, J-Lo. I think J-Lo and somebody else said something about how they will be performing at the Super Bowl regardless of like the whole Kaepernick thing and like the boycott going on. They are still going to be performing because Latinas need representation. Now, oh, I think I skipped some products. I'll have them in the description box. Now, J-Lo, I don't have any problem with her saying Latinas need representation, but I did see a Latina woman say, like, respond to that, like quote tweet it and say like, yes, we want representation, but not at the expense of Black issues. And that's where it's at, because it's like, J-Lo, baby, like, you have, like, girl, you are an icon. But it's just like the timing is just so not it. Like, girl, like, that just doesn't look right now. It's just, it's so much going on, and it's just like, I don't know, it just kind of makes it seem like you're like, screw their issues, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know though, because I do understand her wanting to represent Latina people like on the stage. I totally understand her wanting to have that large representation because it really hasn't been done, I'm pretty sure. So I understand that. So she probably is like in a conflict of herself, but she probably just should have just saved that comment, because it just doesn't look right now. Like, you just need to be able to just like acknowledge the issues being done, but I feel like it wasn't acknowledged, and I think that's where people are kind of like, girl, what? Okay, we are gonna put some highlight on because necessary. What did y'all think about Tori's album? I think it goes hard. And you know who else's album is good? The king of damn R&B. Let me not say that. Jacquees dropped the album literally titled King of R&B, but it's really good. Like, I really like it. It's definitely that R&B feel, that new school. I really like it, so y'all go peep that. I'm not gonna do much on the eyes, honestly. Y'all know my Jackie eyeliner palette. I'ma just go into a little bit of ginger and pop that in the crease, and then I'm gonna take Zam and put it in my inner corner. Sorry, I like literally was like trying to think of what this is called. I'm gonna put a little bit of credit underneath the lash line, just a little bit, just to get a little freaky with you, you know. I'm also gonna put a little bit of credit in that crease just to like deepen it up a little bit, you know. Ooh, okay, we're gonna spray with my all-nighter. Okay, y'all know me, I literally do the same lip combo every single time. So this is the Versatile Chestnut from Makeup Forever. You know the vibes. And then y'all know I used to use my Fuel lipstick, but now I've been using, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the Bretman Rock collab with Colourpop in She Cute. I've been putting a little bit on the center, right? Watch. And then, boom, it makes like such a pretty pink, just like a flush, like, I don't know, it just looks nice. I was gonna put a gloss on, but I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. Yeah, I like it how it is. Okay, so we talked about a lot in this chit chat. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Make sure you leave comments down below on any of the topics that stood out to you. Y'all know, before I close this out, I have to give my shout out of the week. This week's shout out goes to Priscilla Mensa. Here's her page. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I love you so much, and that will never change. Okay, yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. You got a lot to do. You better get to it. And I will see you guys in my next one.